Hello everybody, happy Friday. It's time for Facebook Friday. This week we are using the Gathering Moments stamp set. I keep calling this Grateful Thoughts or Gathering Thoughts. I don't know why sometimes, which nowadays seems like more often than not, I can't remember the name of the stamp set. I don't know, it's a me problem, which is the answer to a lot of things lately. Here are the dies, these really cool, interesting, large leaf dies. We're actually going to use both of those leaves today. I'm not going to do stitching today. The stitching actually takes a while. If you have used these dies before, or if you have them, you know you can stitch those little holes in there and have stitching on your leaf, which is a really fun option. And I'll show you my mini album for my class. We are doing that in the class, just not today on the live video. That's okay. It's still good. You can still use it without stitching. All right, I'm going to turn you guys around. Hope you have had a great week. It has been a busy week here this week. Let's see if I can get you straight. We've got lots of things going on per usual. My middle daughter came home from college yesterday. She's here for a wedding. And I'm actually really glad because this is going to sound awful, but it's Parents Weekend at her college. And if you've ever been to Parents Weekend at a college, you'll know that it is bonkers crazy. Everything is crowded. Everything is just kind of chaotic. And, you know, there's a long wait for the restaurant. The hotels are full. So I was kind of glad that she had to come home this weekend so that we didn't have to go up there. Is that bad to say? Does that mean? Anyhow, well, she's here. And you know what? She doesn't want to spend time with us anyway. She wants to spend time with her friends. Don't they all? All right. So here is the PDF. Let's try to zoom in just a little bit more. I checked the blog post right before I went live, and it does look like it is up and functioning as it should. We're a little bit crooked. Let's see if we can adjust that. All right. The first thing I want to show you today is the paper pumpkin kit. If you guys saw my pictures from Sunday evening, I sat in front of the TV and put my paper pumpkin together while we watched TV. And Tucker was sitting right next to me, and he was like super interested. He wanted to like bite everything out of my fingers. And he's very gentle when he you know, he's not like a spaz, like wild, but he was just kept like putting his mouth on it. I was like, leave it alone. But luckily, we got it done. He and I got it done. I'm showing you because I have several extras of this month's paper pumpkin kit. If you're looking for some quick and easy Christmas cards, they're really pretty. They have a lot of dimension, and these pieces are flocked. They kind of have like a velvety, I guess that's what you would call like a velvety flocked layer. Super easy, not a whole lot of stamping. I think I only stamped the sentiments. They come with these stamps, which you can then use later, really good stamps. Comes with a bunch of tear and tape, which I didn't end up using. The red sequins I really like too. And then of course the printed envelopes. So if you're looking for this month's paper pumpkin, I have several. Look, can you guys see the ant? Is it in the frame? I cannot get these teeny tiny little ants to go away. We had the bug guy out here again yesterday. And I don't know, maybe it's just where I live. I'm just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. But crawling across my video, that is unacceptable. I'm sorry. In my bed or in my video, you cannot be. Bugs. That sounds weird, doesn't it? This class, this is the Gathering Moments class to go. I have actually cut all the kits. They are ready to ship. I'm going to ship them on Tuesday morning. I actually was short a little bit of very vanilla paper, so there's about a handful of them that just need some very vanilla paper added to them. But that means that I have a cutoff on this class to go. I have, I think about 10 kits left. So if you want this class to go shipped next week, please click the link here in the description of the video. Hopefully when I went live, it pasted all the links up there. This class, it looks like this. I packed them up. They look just like this. You're going to get the twine, half pack of the dots, 2 half packs of paper, plus the mini album kit, which looks like this, and the 4 card kits. You're going to make this mini album, and this is the bundle we're using today for Facebook Friday. So just to show you those leaves with the stitching on them. There's another one back here. Really fun. It reminds me of those cards, you know, you give those preschoolers, you can get the little lacing cards, I think is what they're called. And that's kind of what that reminded me of when I was doing it. So anyway, really a fun little way to use this bundle. And then you'll have 4 fall themed cards, and that one has stitching as well. The thing about the stitching, if you get the project and you're like, God, I don't want to do this. This is kind of tedious. You don't have to do the stitching. Today, for today's projects, I'm going to show you how to use those leaves without the stitching. And even this card has the leaf without the stitching. So, you know, it's kind of choose your own adventure. How serious in the crafting do you want to be when you put your kit together? So the deadline to sign up for this is Monday or until it sells out. So if you would like this kit, I'm going to ship them on Tuesday. I have about 10 left. Click the link here on the video, I think. Let's see, did it not put I thought I pasted all the little details, but I'm not seeing it. You can go over to my blog and find it at the bottom of today's blog post as well, okay? You can get it with the dies and stamps, without the dies and stamps. You can get the PDF/video. The video shows you how to put the mini album together, not the cards, just the mini album. And then my team gets the kit at a discount too. So if you're looking for those, hi Judy and Becky. I had breakfast with Judy and Becky yesterday morning. And are you guys still here in town? Our weather sucks. It's awful. I'm so sorry that you're here with this terrible, muggy, disgusting weather. Per usual. Oh, I forgot to get this. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk over across the room and get this because I want to show you this too. The Jolly Delivery Christmas retreat boxes are sold out. I told y'all last week they were about to sell out. They have sold out, but the PDF is available for those of you that want the Jolly Delivery projects. You can still get that PDF. So just FYI, these don't ship until the week of Thanksgiving. It takes us weeks to get everything ready, but just to let you know that it has sold out. Okay, here is November's Club Create Kit. All fun folds featuring the Peace on Earth bundle. If you like this bundle, if you like fun folds, this is a kit for you. $45 includes about $25 in product, and you're going to make 5 fun folds. These ship November 21st, so we still have a lot of time. Cutoff though for this is November 7th. So if you would like a fun fold, and it's not necessarily all Christmas, peace on earth, but also big hugs for a good friend, heartfelt prayers with deepest sympathy, peace, love, and joy. They can be Christmas cards if you want them to, or they can not be Christmas cards. That's kind of fun for me when I design the November kit, because it arrives in time for you to do them for Christmas, but it also can be held, and you can do it after the holidays when you're like, ugh, Christmas, I don't want any more Christmas, let me do something else. That is that option. And here's what your kit looks like. You'll get 5 kits, about $25 in product. Shipping is included, a PDF, a video for all 5 projects, and the cutoff for that is November 7th. All right. Ooh, Judy, you're at IKEA. You're watching me in IKEA. Wow, I'm pretty impressed. IKEA turns me into like a ADHD crazy person. I get in, I go to IKEA for something specific, and as soon as I get in there, I am like, my brain just kind of like starts spinning out because there's so much to look at. I love IKEA. I haven't been there in a while. Have fun. Frosted windshield on the car, Nancy. Okay. Muggy sound, no. Hot and muggy, no. Okay, let me walk across the room. I'm going to grab something to show you guys. Let me grab it. So this is the Christmas Craft Along, Santa's Workshop Craft Along that we're doing the week of November 17th. There's going to be 12 Christmas projects, card and 3D each day. And they feature and I don't even have the bundle here, the Jolly, the Festive Friends and the Ornamental Christmas. I've only put some of the projects together so far. I designed 2 of them, these 2 right here. And the other 8, 9, how much is it? The other 10, hello. The other 10 were designed by my fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So the week of November 17th, I'll have a video every day that shows you how to make 2 projects. The videos are free. You can craft along with us. But we're also offering a craft along kit. And the kit comes, you get 2 half packs of Designer Series paper. You're gonna get 2 bolts of ribbon. You're gonna get a pack of dots, a pack of shaker sequins, and 20 plus, I can't remember how many, sheets of cardstock. And then each day I'm gonna show you actually how to cut, measure, cut, score your cards and your boxes. You'll craft along right with us. So if you have all the supplies at home, of course, you can still craft along with us. But if you would like me to send that kit to you, you can sign up for that as well. The deadline for that, I'm going to be gone to a Stampin' Up! Event. Let me look at my calendar. November 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, the second week of November, I'm going to be gone. So these have to ship the 7th, Friday the 7th, which means I probably have to cut off the registration around November 3rd. For the kits. And then the videos will be the 17th through the 22nd. The PDF option will be available as well. If you want to have that PDF with the specific measurements and stuff, that will be available for purchase. You can sign up for that now and it'll be emailed to you the day before we start. And you can register for that kit. Now, there's a little bit of uncertainty because one of the papers we picked has gone out of stock and without warning, which usually we get a little bit of warning like, hey, this is low inventory. We didn't get that this time. So we're all, the 6 of us are like holding our breaths, praying that it comes back earlier than what they have initially said. Luckily, if you've already registered, I've ordered your paper and a little bit extra. So I've got enough for a certain number of kits to ship out on time. But we may reach a point where those kits might ship late. So then you can, instead of craft along with me, you can get your kit and come back and craft along. That's what we're going to say. If it doesn't arrive on time, you can come back and craft along with because the videos will be there forever. So this kit is $89. It's available for purchase, for order right now. The link, I hope, is in the description of the video. Why didn't it should have carried over. Let me see. Did I just go live and not carry over any of the details? Well, if that's the case, don't you worry. I will fix it after the video. Yeah, I didn't paste anything. I had it all copied and ready to paste and I did it. So anyway, I believe on today's PDF, it's right here too, the link, okay? All right. That is that. Craft alongs are fun because you get a little taste of other people's craft. Like, it's not just me, it's not just my style. You're getting 6 different people's style. That is really fun for me as like a teacher because I'm not just teaching my own designs. I'm teaching other people's designs. I learn things. It's really exciting for me and fun. Okay, so pinkbuckaroo.com. Go get the free PDF today. It is over there for you. I tested it. It was working. Let's talk about the starter kit. You guys, this is the wildest starter kit special we've ever had. We have added 87 team members to the Sweet Stampede in October. That's huge. That's a huge number. So if you would like to join the fun and take advantage of the October starter kit, you can get it. You have 2 choices. You can pay $35 and choose $125 of product, or pay $99 and get $189 in product of your choice. So it just depends. Like if you were a demonstrator before and you have a lot and you don't want to spend much, but you want to be a demonstrator again, you could do that. Or if you're like me and you just want a lot of stuff, you can choose that option. We have free shipping today. Free shipping. Gail, scroll down. You'll see it at the very bottom. I'll open it and show you guys. We have free shipping. Ends today. Free shipping on regular orders. This is separate. This always has free shipping, the starter kit. But regular shipping, if you want to just order something today and you don't want to buy the starter kit, okay, hold on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Let me, okay. If you want to shop and you want to take advantage of the free shipping, you can do that today. Today's the last day for that. Anything over $75, you're going to get free shipping. I have put in several orders over the last 3 days. So today's the last day. All right, let's see if we can get this without the glare. Here's my blog, pinkbuckaroo.com. Facebook Friday Gathering Moments. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here's the thing you click for the PDF. Scroll down. There's where you would click for Santa's Workshop Craft Along. That's where you'd click for the Jolly Delivery Holiday Retreat to go. Scroll down. There's the Gathering Moments class to go. There's the Fun Folds Club Create Kit. That's the one you're looking for. There's the starter kit and this month's All-Star PDF. At the end of my blog post every day, I add in those things that are your links you're looking for. Okay, so here I am, like, remember, if you put your order in, blah, 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 by Monday midnight, get the projects for free. Okay, that's where that blog post ends. But then under there are all the other things that I think you need to know and that you need quick links for. Okay, pinkbuckaroo.com. I don't know why I didn't paste the video. I usually paste the links up there when I go live, and I didn't do that today. Who knows? Who knows? All right, are we ready to stamp? I love today's projects. This is really like our last fall Facebook Friday. Next week for Facebook Friday, it's going to be Halloween. We're not going to do Halloween because it's too late by that time. If you haven't made your Halloween stuff by October 31st at 2 p.m., too late. Okay? So we're going to do some Christmas, some cute sweater weather stuff next week, okay? And then it'll be full Christmas, wall-to-wall Christmas, okay? I've given you all the fall stuff you needed, and now we'll move into Christmas because you guys got to get a jump start on that. Okay, so if you like today's projects, the 3 projects we make, if you want to take advantage of that free shipping also, any order over $50 will get you the projects for free. Now, free shipping, you got to hit $75. But any order over $50 will get you today's projects. They come like this. You get a little thank you tag. You need the stamps. What are we using? What's it called again? I can't remember. Gathering Moments. You need the Gathering Moments bundle to create your projects if you get them for free. But I'll send you like your ribbon and your pieces, any die cut rectangles or circles or labels that we do. You'll get those in your kit, okay? And the deadline to get the projects, today's projects for free, is Monday at midnight. So you have to put in your order by Monday at midnight. And guys, you can order anything you want at StampinUp.com. Just make sure that you have selected me as your demonstrator because there's no host code anymore that's going to link you to me. So you got to make sure that my little picture is up in the top, and it's got to be $50 before tax and shipping, and after you've subtracted any Stampin' Rewards. If you want free shipping, you have to bump that to $75. And girl math, we know that of course we're going to spend another $25 to get that free shipping, right? I mean, come on. That's girl math for sure. Okay. Last week I asked you to share the video, and I have picked one person to share the video, or who shared the video. Paula Nicely, thank you for sharing the video. You're getting the Christmas greenery bundle. Super cute. Paula, I have your mailing address, and I'll get that out to you next week. This week's prize is going to be Stay Warm. This is the stamp set we're going to use next week for Facebook Friday. So along with this prize next week, I'll add in a Facebook Friday kit to go with it. All right, so if you would like a chance to win this before next week's Facebook Friday, make sure you share this video either on YouTube or on Facebook, and I'll pick somebody at random to win. All right? All right. Let's turn the air down because it's kind of hot. Is it storming where any of you live? We're supposed to get rain, and we haven't had rain in like 45 days. And I know there's a big line of storms that are going to be coming. I think it's not till overnight. Susan, I know, who lives in Lubbock. I think it's coming your direction first. I don't know. Maybe it's overnight. Maybe, I don't know. You guys know I'm a weather nerd, so I like when we have weather. Not scary weather, but I do like a good thunderstorm. Okay, let's take a look at our first card. like I said, we're going to use, you know, what happens is I lose the bundle and all of my talking I've lost. Oh, I put it back in the class kit, didn't I? Yep, here it is. All my talking, I lose the stamps. Wouldn't that be funny if I couldn't find them and then we couldn't make the projects? These two large leaves, I talked about those at the beginning. We're going to use the large leaf and some of the earthen metallic paper. If you haven't seen that, it's one of our new foils. Isn't that pretty? Can you see the light turning on it? And on the inside, we've got a little stamped leaf. Okay, why is it suddenly hot in here? Let me turn the fan on. I know, it's my age. We won't talk about that. We'll pretend like that's not really happening, that it was hot in here the whole time. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is create that frame. And the frame is actually from our branching out dies. We made a little bag with these dies during our Halloween Facebook Friday. This time we're gonna make a frame. I'm gonna use the largest and then skip one and get the next size. So not 1 and 2, but 1 and 3, if you're counting them from the outside, okay? We're gonna cut out the leaf from that beautiful metallic, earthen metallic. Okay, I've already cut our textured notes rectangle from Cajun Craze. And we're gonna stamp on the inside, we're gonna stamp that little leaf in Cajun Craze. I almost said orange. We're gonna stamp that little leaf in orange, which would not be a lie. It just wouldn't be the correct name of the color that you need to know if you're gonna recreate this. Okay, Cajun Craze. You guys, I have my blinds open right here on the outside of the window. Usually I close them because I'm very distracted. There's things going on, but it's getting windy and it seems like kind of like, I don't know, a little creepy outside. I like it. I think a nap is what's going to be on deck after this. Are you guys nappers? Do you like to take a nap? I love a nap. An afternoon nap around 3:30, 4 o'clock. When I was teaching school, I would come home and take a nap every single day. Just a 30-minute nap. It's all I needed to help me survive the rest of the evening. But now I'm definitely not tired like I was when I was teaching. But I still like a nap. Little nap. Now I know some people don't like to nap because then you feel yucky. And I don't think I've had a nap like that in a long time. I know that feeling when I was younger and sometimes you lay down, you sleep for hours. Then that doesn't feel good. But I like just a good little 30-minute nap. It is nice, isn't it? It is nice. Especially when the dogs don't bark in the middle of your nap or your husband doesn't come downstairs from his office talking real loud or grabs the dog's squeaky toy and starts squeaking it real loud for the dog. Or the doorbell rings. So maybe I should clarify, an uninterrupted nap. I love an uninterrupted nap. Okay, you haven't seen anyone use that leaf yet? Joan, I really try to challenge myself. Sometimes we have dies that are a little harder to use. So that, to me, in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's my job to use that and show everybody a way to use it. Because that's my job. All right, now when we cut out that frame, you've got this piece left over, which is a really good piece. So save that because you could use that for a lot of things. I'll probably make the thank you tags out of those when I cut them for your kit. All right, we've got that. Now, I'm really heavily using, oh, darn it. Dagnabbit. I forgot to emboss the leaf. Let's emboss the leaf with my favorite embossing folder, Forever Plaid. Forever Plaid. We're going to put that in there. You can use any embossing folder, really, just to add some texture. Yes, isn't that funny, Nancy? Even if I only sleep for 5 or 10 minutes, usually I feel refreshed. If you sleep too long, I think that's when you get that like awful foggy feeling. But I like to just lay down 30 minutes. I don't know. And my mom will tell you that I've been that way since I was little. I've always loved my nap. Okay, we're gonna use this little texture, this grid looking stamp. I like it's kind of matching the plaid. I like little grid texture stamp. What I was saying is that I have been using Very Vanilla a lot lately. I think Very Vanilla is a good fall neutral. So I've been using it a lot. Now I stamped off, Early Espresso, stamped off so it would be kind of light. And you know what we could do is we could flick, you know what, let's do that. Let me grab a Stampin' Blend. I feel like we need some flicking. And this is one of our natural tone Stampin' Blends. This is, it says 100 on the side, so I don't know which color that is. It's the darkest one. Ooh, and I've actually done it a lot because the tip is pretty messed up. There we go. Okay, just a little more texture. Now we're gonna take our frame and I love to use these foam strips for something like this. Put that right there. Thanks, Sheila. I appreciate that. It comes and goes. You know, I see people say creativity never runs out, but you know what? Sometimes it does. Sometimes I can't think of anything and I have to just like walk away for a day or two. Sometimes your little creativity battery needs to be refreshed. All right, so there we go. We've got the frame on. Oh, is it crooked? It is. Okay, let's see if we can uncrookify it. Otherwise known as straighten it. I think I just made that up, uncrookify. Okay, another couple of dimensionals. This time, we'll put them here in the middle. Where's my dimensional bowl? I should empty that out because I'm probably gonna knock it over and then I'm gonna have those 100 dimensional backings everywhere. All right, you're gonna put that right there, okay? All right, now let's do our sentiment. And we're gonna do this in copper. I felt like copper was probably the best choice. It's kind of, it blends a little bit, I think, but you can read it for sure. And if it hits the light, then it just is bright and beautiful. I wanted to stick with that kind of, that earthen tone that we've got on the metallics. You know, Patty, I don't think I've even seen the 12 by 12 Very Vanilla two-tone. Interesting. Okay, I need to add that to my next order. I didn't even know it came in two-tone. Is it two colors? I mean, to me, I would think that would be kind of hard to make vanilla two-tone. You know, you just learn something new every day. And it's less, you're saying it's less, our two-tone cardstock is lighter than a regular cardstock. So she's saying it doesn't bulk or project. That's really cool. You're on your third pack. Okay. Add to cart. Thank you, Patty. Add to cart. I just have a constant running cart. And I just add things when I think of them. I need to train Alexa. I can't say her name because she'll want to know what I'm saying. But I need to train my Alexa to add things to my Stampin' Up! Cart. I don't think she has that capability yet. Because then that would be really dangerous. Probably eventually. All right, your friendship means the world to me. All right, we're going to take that and stick that right here on the leaf. Uncrookify. Sheila, yep, I'm teaching you guys new words. New words. I know, I'm crazy. The older I get, the more weird stuff I end up saying and can't think of the right words, so just make up words. So fun. you know, get older and brain is firing on all cylinders. All right, take this. Again, I think I've been using this twine every week. I love it so, so, so much. I'm gonna stick that under there so that it's kind of flat. Whoops, flat. Ooh, that probably should have come down a little bit. Probably should have angled it a little bit more. Let's see, can we, no, those dimensionals are not coming off. Nope, we're leaving it. It's fine, everything's fine. Nothing to see. Nothing to see here. All right, we're gonna put it on an Early Espresso card base. It's the two-tone cardstock, light on one side, but I use the darker side that looks just like the cardstock. So it is two-toned. Okay, I can't wait to try it. All right, so see what I did there? Learn from my mistake. I'm gonna have to, boop. Learn from my mistake to angle your leaf down a little bit more, okay? All right, let's add our little dots and put the stuff on the inside. These little dots I'm loving, these neutral oopsies, as my daughter says, oopsies. When she got a speeding ticket going 20 miles over the speed limit, oopsies. Put those right there. She'll get mad if she knows I'm talking about her. She got in trouble. Now, here in Texas, I don't know if it's like this everywhere. My husband had to go to court with her for her speeding ticket. Even though she was not trying to, you know, fight it or anything, she still had to go to court. We got a letter that said a warrant would be put out for our arrest, her parents, if she didn't show up to court to get her little reprimand for her speeding ticket. And now she has to take she has to take defensive driving, but she also has to take driver's ed all over again. I think it's because she hadn't had her driver's license for a year yet. She was still considered probationary. Yeah, and when she told me, she said, whoopsies. These kids. Okay, there you go. Do you see what I did? I stamped the little grid, added our little, I like to add dimensionals on the inside of my card. That's kind of cool, right? Kind of a fun little unexpected interior element. There you go. Easy, right? Done. Very easy. Okay, there we go. I'm spilling all the tea, as the kids say. I'm spilling all her tea that she doesn't want. And now, little sister doesn't get to drive anywhere but school and work for the next 6 months. We're not playing around here. Yeah, sorry your boyfriend needs a ride home from school. Nope. Unfortunately, he won't be getting a ride home from you. It's so sad, these consequences. We're so mean. We're so mean. Okay, next one. Next card. This time, I wanted to do, as much as I love fall colors, I wanted to do really kind of like some non-fall colors with these leaves. And the little mushroom, you guys, the little mushroom is the cutest. So what I did is I went over to my cardstock and I started pulling out colors and just kind of playing around until I came up with a color scheme that I liked. I knew I wanted to use Blackberry Bliss because I don't use Blackberry Bliss very often, and it's a very rich, dark color. So I chose that for the card base. And then for the stamped images, I have Pecan Pie, Gray Granite, Soft Sea Foam, and Lost Lagoon. All right, so that's what we're doing. I'm also pulling in some Pretty Peacock. All right, let's do all of our stamping. My other daughter just pulled in, waving to me through the window. See, I need to close the blinds because then I get so distracted. Yeah, traffic tickets are expensive. Luckily, because she is going to take defensive driving, it doesn't go on her record. But she told me that the judge told her if she got another ticket in the next 180 days that she would be arrested. My husband said that because I made him go with her. I was like, I can't handle this. You got to do this. My husband said, no, he just said she wouldn't be able to take defensive driving again. So, I don't know. I want her to think that she'll get arrested. That way she'll drive safely. I want to show you something. See how this looks kind of muddy? This is our distinctive stamps. where it just looks flat, but it has all this texture. If you stamp something and you don't get a real clear image, take your bone folder and scrape across your ink pad to kind of remove some of that. Now, I need to clean this before we do the next project. Then try stamping again. And you should, look at the difference. You should get a much cleaner image when you do that, okay? All right, so we're stamping that leaf and the little berries in pecan pie. All right, so then close that and then clean your stamp. And we're gonna stamp that same leaf in gray granite. Gray granite is another color I don't use very often. I usually go straight for smoky slate, but I feel like gray granite goes great with browns. It's kind of a brown gray. All right, so then we got the mushroom and that little leaf. Then we'll get our soft sea foam and we're gonna stamp the little sprig. Now, I hate to show this on camera, but I know sometimes you guys need to, people don't know of our chamois. It's just wet and you just clean off your stamps. It looks disgusting. That's how it looks. No, our interns won't go up because she can take defensive driving. That's what we are led to believe. Because already you can't imagine how expensive 16-year-old driver's license insurance is. And we've got 2 other teenagers. Well, Ellie's not a teenager, but that large leaf I stamped twice in Lost Lagoon. It is incredibly expensive. I know, and you know what, she's the best driver of the bunch, so it was just shocking to me, actually, that she got a ticket. Okay, I already cut all these out to save us some time, because I knew I would just be chit-chatting and time would get away. So we've got those all cut out. Do I have all of them? I feel like I'm missing, there we go. Okay, so there's all your little pieces. Then you want to cut out, I am using the Floral Charm Designer Series paper. You guys, this is the paper that I said, I don't need any more of that flower paper. I don't. And then we did that craft along with this paper and I fell madly in love with it. So this is that paper. It's very dark and moody on one side and then you've got the floral on the other side. From that paper as well, I use these dies right here, the Label Me Grateful. Just cut a couple of sprigs from the, not Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock printed. It kind of looks like this, but it's in pretty, oh my gosh, Pretty Peacock. I stamped the sentiment in gold, stamped it in Versamark, heat embossed it in gold on a Pretty Peacock textured notes rectangle. This is a lot of detail. My brain is like, slow down, lady. This is too much for you. And then I cut 4 Blackberry Bliss postage rectangles, perennial postage rectangles. Look, my brain is getting the exercise it needs today. Lots of things to remember. And I didn't even have to look at my cheat sheet. All right, we're going to put these little pieces of DSP right here. Who else loves Blackberry Bliss? I say it every time. I'm not a purple person, but then every time I use purples, I love them. So maybe I have become a purple person. Not really. I like it. But it's not, I mean, I'm not going to use it like in home decor or anything. But I do like it, crafting. Okay, so you've got your 4 rectangles. Now let's look. We're going to just kind of start layering these, okay? I'm going to do a large Lost Lagoon leaf, and then I'm going to do one of the soft seafoam twigs, and then I'm going to do the little berries. And if you have nails and you can't pick it up, just take your pick tool. All right, we'll take one of our sprigs, put that there, and then lay that down on top and get the pecan pie leaf on top of there. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing down here. Lost Lagoon, no, not Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, stem, gray granite leaf. And then last but not least, we will put our little sentiment, many thanks. And we'll tuck these 2 guys behind. Now, when I went into, we're going to save this one for the inside. When I went into my embellishment cabinet to find some embellishments, thought we would just add in some dots, but then I saw these. And I thought, you know what? Who says butterflies are just for spring? No, I do not. I do not agree, because we are on the monarch migration path. So we have a lot of butterflies in the fall. So I am using butterflies. Cute, right? Can you see the little butterflies on there? All right, last but not least, I'm going to add an early espresso linen thread bow. Lisa says she's been playing with a Jolly Holly hybrid folder and die. I love it. That's another die that I feel like intimidates people. Like, how am I going to use that? But once you use it, it's like, whoa, that is really cool. It's really a clever design and has huge wow factor. And really, I think when you use that die, you don't need to do much else to your card. It has such like a big impact. You could just use it and then add in your little sentiment and be done. It's a good one. All right, I've lost my dimensionals. Here they are. Now, I talk about dimensionals all the time being the best adhesive, because they really are. In this case, we need them to be a little forgiving, because when we lay our rectangles down on this piece of Blackberry Bliss, we might need to like shuffle them around and move them around to get them lined up. And your dimensionals will do that. Just kind of lay it down on there, looking at the space on this side and up here. You want it to kind of be about the same. All right, so we'll move. I'm actually going to move that one in a little bit. So lay it down on your dimensionals, but don't like press it in yet. Okay. And then this one. And then this one. All right, I think I did pretty good. All right, and then you could press them down. Even if you press them down, you could still peel them off. Another thing, if you ever get to where you can't peel it off, just take your scissor in there and go snip and cut that dimensional in half, and then you can just add another dimensional to it. That works. But if you try to pull that up tomorrow, that dimensional has set in and it will not move. They are really, really strong. That's why I think the dimensionals are our best, really our best adhesive. All right, I'm using the edging of my dimensionals here. Hopefully you guys use the edges and you don't just throw it away. Don't waste. It's great for things like this. Thank you, Shelly. I love it too. It's dark and moody. All right, now on the inside, I've got a piece of basic white. You know, I didn't use Very Vanilla. I've been using Very Vanilla on everything, but for this card, I used white, and I think it brightens up. If we had used vanilla, it would have been a little bit darker, and I think the white brightens the images up and is perfect. All right, now we'll snip this. This is just a little scrap of DSP. If you want it to be a gift card holder, just put the adhesive down on the bottom edge and then it'll hold a gift card. And then we'll take this remaining leaf and put that right there. And you know what? We're gonna add a butterfly on the inside too. Boom. There we go. What do you guys think? I think this is my favorite of the 3 projects today. Dark and moody, many thanks. Dark and moody, kind of an unexpected color combination, if you will. All right, we've got one more, and this time, you know, we're gonna make a Little Debbie. Before the fall season ends, we have to make a Little Debbie pumpkin roll box. I mean, because yes, and someone who shall remain anonymous, my mother was in here yesterday and she grabbed one of these and ate it. And then she felt so guilty. And I was like, you know what? Do not feel guilty about eating a pumpkin spice Little Debbie snack, because you only get it like once a year. Now, if you ate a Little Debbie snack every day, then okay, maybe you should feel guilty. But once a year, I think it's fine. Here's Little Debbie pumpkin spice rolls. We're gonna make this little slider box. Easily slides in and out and holds your pumpkin spice rolls. You get how many? 6 of them for $3.19. So just over 50 cents a treat. Very affordable. All right, now I've got some sneak peek things on this one for you, okay? We are using several things. First of all, the sentiment is this thank you right here. And it's Label Me Grateful. I cannot tell you how much I love this bundle. We used the dies a minute ago. This was kind of a sleeper, I think. It kind of didn't stand out. But then once I started using it, I was like, whoa. We use this for In Color Club, and it is a great bundle. So make sure you check this out. I do believe it's an online exclusive. Okay, and then we're using this Traditions of, this one right here. Traditions of Christmas labels. Okay, that's that one. And then, okay, get ready, get excited. I've got a sneak peek for you. This is the Lasting Linen background stamps. And when Stampin' Up! Announced that they were getting rid of red rubber, my first thought was, what about our background stamps? They said, what about them? No problem. So when this came out for the pre-order for demonstrators, it was the first thing I ordered, and it works beautifully. So we're gonna do that, but you know what? Let's make the box first, because that needs to sit and dry. So I'm gonna make you wait in suspense just a little bit longer for the Lasting Linen. Now the little sneak peeks that I'm showing you come out November 4th. All right, November 4th. We've got a whole bunch of online exclusives coming up. So I'm just giving you a little sneak peek. If you buy the starter kit between now and the end of the month, you can choose things from the online exclusives in your starter kit. So you can't wait. Joan says, I ate a box of them. Well, you know what, Joan? If you eat a box of them once a year, I think you're fine. I'm giving you permission. You're okay. It's no problem. Go for a walk, take a nap, then just forget about it. That's how I live my life. Okay, ready? Cajun Craze. This is going to be the bottom box that slides in and out. 9 3/4 by 7. There's a lot of measurements, but they're all here on today's PDF. The bottom of today's blog post. Or, I guess it's about middle. Whoa! Holy cow, there was an earthquake. Sorry, guys. It's about middle of the way of today's blog post because I have all those things at the end. All right, ready? 9 3/4 by 7. On the long side, we're going to score it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. Then turn it to the short side, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/2, and 5 3/4. Okay? Now you've got this other piece, 4 7/8 by 7 1/4. You're only going to score it on the long side. 2 1/8, 3 3/8, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. Okay. Now, if you were trying to frantically write down those measurements, don't do that. I think I cleaned this. Oh no, I didn't. Go to my blog and print the free PDF or save it to your computer. All right, now I've cleaned it. There is a bit of glue here on the bone folder. Poor bone folder. I mean, man, it looks like it's been beat up and set on fire and run over. The bone folder does all the dirty work and gets none of the glory. All right, burnish those lines. Now, we've made this box before. If you haven't done this before, what you're going to do is cut out these 3 squares on all 4 sides. And start on the short side, okay? And cut all the way up through both score lines. But then only cut off the bottom 2 and then cut off the one on the outside. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. I try to make like a little rhyme. Cut all the way up, cut over halfway. That way I don't screw up and cut off, because I always end up cutting off that one and then cut this one off. Okay, cut all the way up, cut off, oops, yeah, that's fine, cut off, and then cut this one off. All right, one more time, cut all the way up, cut off, and cut up, and cut off. Okay, so there is what your piece looks like. Let me throw these away. Now the one thing that I like to do is cut the corners off. I tend to not cut straight down the score line, so my pieces are always just like a hair too big. So if I cut the corners, we don't have to worry about that. All right, this is a double walled box, which makes it stronger. So when you pull on it to pull it in and out of the little tunnel, it's going to be stronger and it's not going to rip. See right there, I don't know if you guys can see, I cut way on the outside of that score line. So I'll just cut that off. Let's see, okay, over here. There is a recording of this project on YouTube. So if I'm going too fast and you need to pause things, you can find it on YouTube. All right, there we go. There's your box, your tray, if you will. Now I'm going to use a combination here of seal and glue. I'm going to put some seal right there. I'm going to fold these in and line up those edges right there. Okay. Now over here, we're going to do the same thing. Fold in, fold in. And now, to make it really strong, I am going to put the glue on the remaining sides. Oh, hi Sawyer. Gosh, he must be getting so big now, Nicole. Elaine, I'm glad to hear your bone folder looked terrible and sticky. They really do the dirty work, don't they? All right, now we're gonna fold these in. You know, I'm gonna fold these in before I put these on. Fold in, like that. Fold them in. You guys, Tucker went to his second obedience class this week and he did so good. He did not embarrass me. Which I thought he was going to embarrass me. He was so good. So I was proud of him. It's like my little baby. He's learning. He's getting chunky though. My daughter came home and she said he's so fat. And it's because I'm feeding him so much of the treats to get him to do the things I need him to do. And he's not food motivated at all. So I can't use the dog food. He didn't care about dog food. I can't use I bought these little 1.5 calorie things and he's like, no thanks, I'll pass. We're gonna put adhesive on the skinny one and then fold over like that. All right, and then we've got some designer series paper. Oh, and he keeps saying hi Sawyer. That's so cute. Nicole, how old is he now? That's so sweet. Here's our Autumn Tulle Designer Series paper. I know that you guys are going to tell me all the things that I could feed him. I know you're going to say chicken, all the things, but I don't want to that's kind of messy and a lot of work. I need something that's not require me to cook something or carry something in a greasy bag. He's just going to be fat for a little while. And then when class is over, we'll get it off. We will. He won't be chunky forever. Okay, so that we'll set aside. We'll set aside that. Okay, let's go back to the thing I'm so excited about. Lasting Linen is the new photopolymer background stamp, and I think it works beautifully. I truly had my doubts whether photopolymer could do a background stamp, and I was wrong. I should not have doubted. Let me find my crumb cake. Did I put that over here? No, yep, right here. I always use the stamp positioning tool when I am making, when I'm stamping with a background stamp, just out of dexterity. It's kind of hard to handle a large background stamp. So if you have a stamp positioning tool, I recommend it. Crumb Cake ink on Crumb Cake cardstock. Hi, Sandy. Oh my gosh, Aunt Margaret, was wrong with her? I'm so sorry to hear that. Pepper, we've actually been having problems with Pepper. Pepper has something wrong with her kidney or liver. I can't ever remember. Liver. And she's having to be on this special food and take some weird medicine, and they're very expensive. Yes, you know, Corinne, he does not like a lot of food. He will not eat blueberries, frozen blueberries, which my dogs have always eaten them. He turns his nose up at that. He does like cheese, but then that's fattening. I don't know. All right, open that up. I can see where I missed, so let's do that again. PetSmart had freeze-dried chicken treats that both dogs love. Freezed, was it messy? Did it feel like, the thing, they gave us this stuff there, well, I bought it, and it, you guys, it is kind of gross. My husband doesn't like it. It's called, oh, what do they call it? Pet Deli. And it's like a little tube, like a big fat sausage, and you cut slices of it, and it's like Play-Doh texture. So you just pinch off a little bit. It's like a little ball. He loves it. But Chunky Monkey, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be using it. All right, I think we're good to go. Her uterus had to be removed because she had, oh, I'm so sorry, Aunt Margaret. Hopefully she's okay now. Hopefully she'll be all right. That is so hard, you guys, right? When your dog is sick. Emma came downstairs this morning, and said, so Pepper ate 4 Oreos today. I was like, what? She said, I took four Oreos on a plate to my room, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back, she'd eaten them all. So we've been watching Pepper. I Googled it, and Oreos have very little chocolate in them, but it said to keep an eye on her. So far, she's okay. It's been like 4 hours. Oh my God. I've had to like panic. Oh, sorry. Oopsie. Okay, now one thing we're going to do, okay, I got to focus or we're never going to get done. Where are my dies? One thing we got to do here is we're going to break down this cardstock like we did last week. I wanted it to be kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Distressed, okay? So I'm going to cut this cardstock down to just a more manageable piece, basically. We don't even need the whole thing. Hopefully I didn't cut it too small. Okay, I had a moment of panic there. Oh my gosh, I thought I cut it too small. Okay, now one thing I'm gonna do is, and I didn't do this on my original, but I did it on my second one and I liked it so much better. Get your blending brush and some crumb cake and just kind of add in some more color. My crumb cake ink pad is pretty dry. I need to re-ink it, but just add in some more like that. And then you know what's coming next. You know I'm gonna flick some ink on here. So let's just kind of crumb cake dark, and then maybe just a little bit of pecan pie. Oh, is my pecan pie? It's not flicking, it must be almost dry too. Okay, now bring back that old grungy bone folder, and we're just gonna break down, just running it through. Ooh, and it's still wet from the ink, of course. The reason I'm doing this before I cut the leaf is because after you've die cut it, it becomes quite fragile. And I had a hard time distressing it because I was gonna rip the edges. You know, like rip the pieces off of the leaf. So you wanna do this mostly, we'll do it a little bit after we cut it, but for the most part, you want to do this before. Okay, so we've kind of roughed it up. There we go. Now, let's see, is it starting to separate? Maybe I'll do just a little bit more. I like that like crinkle there in the middle. That's gonna look good. I want this leaf to look like it's about to fall off the tree. I want it to be just in distress. It's breathed its last breath. Okay, cut that leaf out. Have the leaves fallen off your trees yet? I mean, we're still in summer here, so I can't. Actually, I have a crepe myrtle right outside my window that is just starting to turn orange. So maybe I'll get a little bit of color right here in front of me this year, maybe. But I know some of you may already be past your fall foliage beautifulness. All right, now that we have it cut out, I'm gonna again carefully break it or curl them just a little bit more and see if I can get those ends to start separating. But you have to be really careful once you have it cut because you can tear it. All right, I think I'm just gonna leave it. It wants me to sit here for 10 minutes. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. So you just pull it apart a little bit. Let's pull this. Let's do this a little bit more. Come on, guy. Come on. There we go. You'll see it starts to split. And then you can pull it apart. The leaves have mostly changed to beautiful colors and starting to fall off. I just love fall leaves. The crepe myrtle that we have, we planted out here after we moved in. It was my birthday present. First year we were here because in our last house, we had a crepe myrtle that was outside our bedroom window and turned so orange the year before we moved that our whole room was like glowing. And I told my husband, I don't want to move because I love this tree so much. But we had to move. We had to move. So he has bought that same crepe myrtle, and this is the third fall, so maybe it will turn pretty colors this year. It's not real big, but I think I see orange leaves on it. We actually have 4 of them, and one of them, no, 2 of them have orange leaves. A few orange leaves. Okay, so that probably should be restamped. It's kind of muddy, but I'm just going to leave it because we're already over time. And then we've got that in Cajun Craze, and then nope, we need garden green, which I've lost the garden green stamp. So guess what? Close your eyes. Abracadabra. There they are. I did them ahead of time. I did garden green to match the ribbon that we're going to use. This ribbon, I am desperately in love with it. Look at it. It's it's an 1/8 of an inch, and it's garden green, and it's chevron. Remember chevron? Chevron was like my jam for a long time, and then it went out of style. And this makes me think it's coming back. It's coming back, baby. So this is another one of those online exclusives that will be available November 4th. All right, so we've got our Cajun Craze and our garden green leaf, and we are going to put those on with dimensionals. Deep fall in northern Wisconsin. Oh gosh, I'm so jealous. On the Today Show today, they showed something from New York, upper like Lake Placid, and the leaves were stunning. And I was like, okay, I need to add that to my bucket list. Just anywhere that has gorgeous leaves this time of year. All right, there we go. That sentiment, remember, comes from the Label Me Grateful. I stamped it in Versamark, and this time heat embossed it in gold. Connecticut leaves are at peak right now. Central Maine leaves are toward the end of the season. Yeah, Tracy, so Maine, you guys are usually like the first ones to really get color, right? The further north you go. I mean, I act like I know what I'm talking about down here in South Texas, but I think that's what I've heard. All right, put that in and slide that in. And then last but not least, a couple of dimensionals and we are done. There you go. Thank you. And then it just slides. I love a slider box. It's more work, but it just feels so satisfying. Like, look at me. I'm an engineer. I'm a paper engineer. I made this beautiful box. All right, you guys, what do you think? There is our third project. I have a couple of bonus projects that I'll have. Actually, this one was yesterday. And have you gotten the gold hoops yet? Have you ordered them? This was another case of, let me go in my embellishment drawer and find some dots. And then I saw the hoop and I was like, wait a minute, what if we just added that gold hoop on the outside? And that's what I did. It's really fun, kind of an unexpected embellishment that you can use for things other than Christmas ornaments. So that was yesterday, and that's those, what's it called? Tags, textured tag dies, I think. If you're interested in the details on that, just go one blog post back and you'll find all the details. And then this will be on Monday. Just some more crazy, a bunch of leaves in fall colors. Okay, well, we are done for this week. Here are our 3 projects. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Make sure you get that free PDF. If you want these projects, make sure you place an order, qualifying order by Monday at midnight. The minimum is $50 to get the make and takes for free. But if you want free shipping, that ends tonight, and that minimum is $75, free shipping on your order. Let's see. Also, please, if you're going to register for the Gathering Moments class to go, do it sooner rather than later because it's almost full. The deadline's approaching. And I just showed you 5 more ways to use your bundle. Plus, you'll have 6 ideas for it in this class to go. Okay, you guys, I think we're done. It's nap time. I hope you guys get a nap, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week with, what is that stamp set called? Stay Warm. Okay, the one with the sweater. And I've got some really cute things to show you. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.